What is up, guys? Jeremy here, and welcome back to another Best iOS 12 Tweaks video. Here are 10 more really cool tweaks that I hope you guys enjoy. I do want to mention before we get into this video though, if you guys are curious about any of the other tweaks on my device, I've pretty much covered everything at this point. So if you guys want to discover what else is on my device, there's a playlist link down in the description. All of the tweaks can be found there, so be sure to check that out if you guys, like I said, are curious about any of these other tweaks. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this. The first tweak I got for you guys is called a shuffle. This is a settings based tweak, and pretty much what it does is, as you guys can see here, is it puts your tweaks, your App Store apps, and your system apps into their own sections within settings. As you can see, it really cleans up that first page of settings quite a bit. Going from top to bottom is much shorter than normal. And like I said, you can go into the tweaks section. There's all your tweaks. You got your App Store apps right there, or applications, and then your system apps can be found within that section as well. Another cool feature of this tweak is there is an advanced section within tweaks, which I think is awesome. As you can see, you can actually view your preference bundles. You can view your package dilibs, your Debian packages, and even all of your CYDIA sources. And what's cool is you can actually click on that source and it will open it up within settings, which I thought was a really cool addition. There's a bunch of other settings you can change with Shuffle, as you guys can see here. I'll let you guys toy around with it if you want it. Again, that tweak is called Shuffle. As you guys can probably tell, the font on my device is different. It looks much better, or it's much more fun than normal iOS font. It changes it system wide. If we pull down Notification Center, as you guys can see, it is all changed, like I said, system wide, and that's with the tweak BytaFont 3. Now, it is a little bit of a process in order to install BytaFont 3, and how to download the fonts is a little bit of a process as well. If you guys want to see how to use it and how to get it, I will leave the video link for BytaFont 3 down in the description. It's definitely a really cool tweak to have on your device. Gif2Ani V2 is an awesome tweak. If we go ahead and do a respring on my device, as you guys will see, it allows you to use any GIF as your respring logo. And basically all you got to do is search in Google for the coolest loading GIFs. I would say go for ones that have a black background because it tends to work the best. But if we go into settings here, we go into tweaks, we go to GiftToAnnie. As you can see, it gives you a preview of what that GIF is going to look like when you use it as your respring logo. You can select your GIF. So all you got to do is come into here, and mine are in the animated section right here. As you can see, I do have another one right here. So basically you can click on choose, it'll save it, and then you click on apply, and then it changes that to that GIF, which I think is really, really cool. And like I said, the way I get the GIF is just go into Safari, and literally all you got to search for is, I just like to do best loading GIF. Just click on go to images, and as you can see, here are all the different loading GIFs. As I said before, the best ones are usually the ones with the black background. So once you find the one you want, just click on the image, click on save image. We can exit out of Safari, go back into settings, go back into the preferences for Gif2Ani. Same process, select GIF. We'll just swipe down to animated once again, and here is the GIF that I just chose or saved. So we'll select on it, we'll click on apply, and as you guys can see, that is now my respring logo. A really cool tweak. Gif2Ani V2. If you guys are bored of the first page of CYDIA looking the same as it pretty much always has since the beginning of time, CYDIA 11 Style 2.0 will update it, and it gives it very much an App Store kind of feel, very iOS 12 like. It looks cool. As you guys can see, this is the first page of CYDIA now, which is totally different than how it normally is. It even changes that bottom bar there with the little icons. Those are updated as well. And as you can see from here, you can see tweak of the day. You can see the featured theme. Another theme of the day, there's a featured tweak. I'm sure there's going to be much more added to this over time, so it does need some updates to add more stuff. But like I said, the bottom bar is different, and pretty much the rest of CYDIA is all the same as you select on it. As you guys can see there, it basically changes that first page, but still a really cool tweak. It's called CYDIA 11 Style 2.0. JellyFish is a really cool tweak that changes the lock screen clock. As you guys can see, there is JellyFish right there. It gives you some weather information up at the top. So currently right here now it is 20 degrees. It is partly cloudy out. It's 6:27 and it's Thursday the 28th. Really cool looking clock in my opinion. It goes very, very good with iOS 12. As you can see there, it is in Notification Center. And the color of the clock itself is dynamically changed based on whatever wallpaper you're currently using. So that's why mine has kind of a purple hue to it. And like I said, it'll change depending on whatever color or primary color your wallpaper is. Very cool. Again, it's JellyFish. While we're still in my notification center, I'm sure you guys can probably tell that my notifications look a little different, and that's due to the tweak Notifica. Basically, it makes the icon sit above the notification a little bit. It gives it a really cool looking effect. You can actually change the background of these notifications to color match the app icon as well. I haven't done that just because I do prefer the dark mode look, but you can color match them to make them all look the same based on whatever main color of that app icon it is. So that's another cool feature, but I like it just for the look of it. I think it's a really cool look to the notifications. Again, that's called Notifica. TapVideoConfig is a feature that should be added within iOS 13 in my opinion. It's just common sense. So if we go into the camera app here and we go into video, as you can see, TapVideoConfig is in the upper right there, and basically all you gotta do is tap on it and you can change your recording quality or your recording basically with just the tap there. So if we want to do 1080p, we can switch to that. We can change it up here. If we want to do 4K at 30 frames per second, we can easily switch to that as well. Like I said, this is something that I think Apple should add into iOS, just because the way they have it set up to go into the settings app and go into your camera app to change it, it's just a hassle to change your recording quality. And this is probably the quickest and easiest way they could do that. Again, that tweak is called TapVideoConfig. Alarm groups is yet another tweak that I think Apple should implement within iOS. It's a very functional tweak. If you're like me and you need multiple alarms to wake up in the morning or have multiple alarms set just so you know you're going to get up on time, this is a tweak you want. So let's go ahead and let's go into the clock app. I do have one set up right here. I'm going to start a new one just so you guys can see what you can adjust with it. It's really cool. And like I said, this is something Apple really needs to implement into iOS. So you can change the label. Let's just go ahead and edit this and change it to work. So let's say this is your work alarm. Click on done. Click on create alarms. So when do you want the first alarm to start? I'll do it similar to the other one that I have set up. We'll actually start this one at 7 a.m. So that's the first alarm. So we can go back here, and now you have your repetitions. How many times do you want the alarm to repeat? I'm just going to go ahead and say 5. And then the interval. So how many minutes in between each one of those alarms do you want it to go? Let's say 10 minutes in between each alarm. So it's going to repeat 5 times every 10 minutes. And then you have a forward repetition setting right there. So I'm just going to leave it as is, click on save. And as you can see, that is the alarm group right there. It'll go off between 7 and 7:50, and it will go off every 10 minutes 5 times, including the very first 7 a.m. alarm. That's why it says work, and there's 6 out of 6 total alarms that are going to go off. Such a handy, cool tweak. Again, that is called alarm groups. The next tweak I got for you guys, I can't really demonstrate in video, but it is called NeverLowerMusic. So pretty much what this does is when you get a notification on your device and you're listening to music or even watching a video or whatever, if there's any audio going, it'll pretty much lower the music, and then you will hear the notification kind of overlay it. and then once the notification is done, the music will churn back up. I find that to be incredibly annoying. I'd rather the music to just stay a constant volume and have a notification sound in the background. And that's what this tweak does. It basically keeps your volume the same and you'll just hear that notification in the background. It won't lower it, hence the name NeverLowerMusic. And the last tweak I got for you guys is actually more than a tweak. It's a tweak/application, and it is iCleaner Pro. Anybody and everybody jailbroken with tweaks should have this installed. It's very important to, regularly clean up your device of all the junk, especially when you're jailbroken. You're going to accumulate a lot of files, a lot of temporary files and cache that you just do not need on your device. It's going to take up memory, and this application will basically clean all the junk out. I've noticed that when my device is jailbroken and I've used a lot of tweaks over time, after about a month when I clean my device, it'll clean up like 2 to 3 gigabytes of junk that I don't need. So it's a very functional application, essential tool, I would say, for a jailbreaker. Again, this is called iCleaner Pro. So there you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tweak lineup. Like I said, everything will be listed down in the description, all the tweak names along with all the repos you'll need to add them. Also, like I said, if there's any other tweaks in this video that you're curious about, you can find them in the playlist listed in the description. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely throw me a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot here at the channel. And if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.